a lot of our joint locks and things like that. And you know, there's one we've been kind of working. If he pulls me, and you know, we've been working this. All right. Okay. We've been working those. But I wanted to go into something a little bit different. So he pulls. Now in this case, it's either across, but it's, you know, when I step into him, I've got open territory. It's here. Hey, Miguel. So I've got open territory that's here. Now, he may have another hand coming out, okay? So obviously, because he's pulling, they're usually going to pull and want to punch. So I do need to watch out where I get this. But depending on where I am, and with timing, as I come through, I may catch this, and this changes my technique, okay? If I come through and I miss and I'm up this way, I still am going to work through, and I'm still just going to come through here. Once I catch this, I'm going to be able to blast it here. Then I may just roll through for a key lock, take down, okay? But if he's just pulling, and I don't have another arm, or he swung wide, I want to come in here. When I come in here, now I want to, nice and slow, I'm going to come up. I still have this hand's always here because I'm going to strike, I'm going to hit his shoulder. But this comes around, and I'm going to catch him, okay, right up just north of the elbow. I want to wrap here, I'm going to roll the shoulder back. And he's going to feel that, okay? I can lock on here, I can put my hand here. I don't necessarily use a figure 4 because it changes from the blade to the base of the top of my forearm. It still works, it's controlling, it's not as much pain, at least in my book. But I come in and I can strike here, but as I come through, now I'm going to dip my knees a little bit. When I come up, he's going to feel that. When I hit, I may hit here, grab on, he's going to feel that here. Now this isn't taking him down, this is nice and controlled, but now I'm going to do a 10-con, so I move my post leg in, and I'm going to bring it here, depending on what his arm does. If it's straight, I breathe, straighten my back and breathe. Always put a knee right towards the neck, and come in. If he starts to bend it, because that's what he wants to do, that's better for me, less for him, because now I just take this and I turn my body, and I take a shoulder. We do this slow, real life, here. Training, because we like our friends and like them to come back. We return them in the same condition to which they lent their bodies to us. Then I'm still going to drop into his neck, and I'm going to turn. That's all I need to turn. So, all right, so a simple, I say simple, it's one of the more simpler ones that we do, but it also depends on timing. So he pulls, and I may hit if I have that. I may need to check, but also from the hit, I don't want to just stop there. Then I'm going to ricochet, and I can break. Nothing wrong with that either, but let's just say this was Uncle Bubba at the picnic, and I don't want to break him up, okay? What I want to do is just set him down, all right? So he pulls. I'm in here. For safety, stop right where you are. Make sure where the elbow is located. And then you can drop, and I can either straight and breathe, or I'll turn. He's halfway in between. So here I'm not going to get it on the arm. If I had his elbow was rotated so that it's to me, from in here, I can catch him and I can just breathe. If it's here, even though he's gonna, now real life, they're gonna start pushing up. So I get this bend here and I just turn. I can help adjust it here if I need it. I don't really need it. If he wants to come in, I go, fine. Oh. All right. Okay, questions? So, all this is predicated this case, we're not worried about this other hand necessarily coming in. We've dealt with that on some other occasions. We know if that's the case, and I step. Now remember, I'm not just stepping here. I want to sink, and I want to step back. This hand, both hands in play, coming in. Doesn't mean I can't go here to here, all right? And we're not doing the full takedown this way. This is Uncle Bubba. We like to take care of Uncle Bubba. I'll come up with a different name eventually. You're not.
Been called a lot worse.
You're not actually Uncle Bubba. It's just Uncle Bubba at picnic. He's the guy that, I don't want to sleep on the couch tonight. So, I'm just here. Once I come in, you can practice from right in here. Take it, roll the shoulder back. You can hang on to your gi. If you have leverage, you can put it here, and you can roll it. Okay? Just pair up and just first do this part. We're going to come in, you know with the elbow, you know where we get all of our locks. Triple warmer 11. I'm looking at getting just above, right, the tricep junction point. The triple warmer 11 comes in right in here. The tricep muscles enter into the elbow to the joint. It's here. I want to come through, and I want to catch right in here. This is okay. It's all right. He may differ with me. I find more pain when I roll up and use my ulnar radius, the ulnar bone coming in. After this is radius here. I use my radius bone to come in and catch that. If I don't roll the shoulder, it's there, but not as much. If I will roll the shoulder back, it exposes, it lengthens this, give me what I need. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right. Work on that for just 2 or 3 times each, and then we'll make it more dynamic. So he's going to come in, he's going to pull. All right. So when he pulls, I want to come in. Same thing. I can strike. When I come in and I get this, I need to be fluid as I come in. Now, since I like to have something of a wider gait, then I need to make sure that when I move, I keep my post leg underneath me, so I'm not breaking my own structure. And then I'm going to swing this down, an elliptical coming this way, and move around. So when I come down. When he lands, if it's bent, I just turn. Okay? In this case, I can feel the elbows right here, so I'm not going to get the same kind of lock, but I'm going to be in here. All right? In this case, sink your shin onto either his face or his neck, and then turn. All right? Centered very easily. I may still come in and go, and I have a little help. All right? But learn to do it first without. There's times when, if I've got somebody who centers well, they turn, then I'm going to use my low line as well. But for tonight, I'm just going to sink my weight, move, strike. I want to make sure when I feel this locks in. If I just try it from here, it's going to be more of a battle, okay? I want to be able to roll that shoulder back and bring him in. When I land, this comes down, and then I turn, okay? All right, so questions? Can do?
Can do.
Have fun. Take care of each other. One way to do this would be as I come across, think that one, step this way, okay? Step nice and deep as I come through. This will put me on the outside of you. The other part is, instead of thinking I gotta wrap to get in here, think strike, then I find it. Okay? That way you'll keep your arms out more here rather than here. Okay? Here you're gonna bunch up your energy. But if I come out here, now if I hit you here, it's still a good day for me.
Yes.
A little bit less for you. I can hit, but then when I come in, okay? So there's times we want it to contract. This is one where when I come through, I do want to extend, okay? I always want to keep this other hand in play, all right? Because I don't know what's on the other side, okay? And I won't really know until I get this step back. When I get this step back, and I'm not just turning in place, because I haven't really done anything. You know, if he's got another shot coming, I may go here, but I also may be late if I'm just turning here, because it's right there, all right? So if I come in, now I'm going, okay, I caught this. Now we're back to what we had done before, and we have our number 6 elbow. I turn it into our number 7 elbow, all right? Now I can either hit here, or what we like is step forward, or I'm gonna bring him down. In this case, we're gonna let him go down on his own. I'm gonna come across, and we're gonna lift. Thank you, sir. So, in this, you want to pull, and this time you're gonna pull, and you want to hit. Okay? 'Cause that typically is what happens. Sometimes they'll go, hey, and they want to grab, and they're a little bit slow, or in this other one, they have a little bit wider punch. All right? This time they're going to come in. I don't know what I'm going to get until I make this turn, which is why I also don't go here because I'm too close. I want to have some distance. Now also notice what happens with your body alignment. You know, we're powerful within this triangle that's here. So when I step out here, I'm moving part of your tools away and I'm moving into my power. Well, you're outside of yours. You have to chase me a little bit farther, which that hand's going to come around. So when it does, I'm going to catch it. If I really just do miss it, I may just come in here. Now I'm here. I'll use your balance against you. But coming in here, that was for more of the Aikido. So, Suki Don might be having a gathering in Colorado. It says South Dakota this year in June. I said, don't make it June 8th or 10th. You can't be there. But it's a hard teacher. So he comes through. When I come through, I'm going to catch. I have a strike. I have a strike. In this case, we'll just take him down somewhere. So, something like that. So he comes through here. I'm going to catch. I'm going to roll him. All right. Now, in this case, where we work, I've got a number of opportunities here. The ones that you already know that I like is I'm going to break the elbow or break the ankle, or I'm going to come across and swing him and take him down. But when we start to learn from what we call the number 7 arm bar, I have this void that's here that helps create the pain, the pressure against this elbow, okay? But I can drag him down, but I'm working on dragging a lot of weight as well. And I want to step at a 45 through their armpit, which is going to push their energy down. A lot of times we'll end up trying to put a hand down, and instead of just bringing it straight out, I'm going to then change direction, and I'm going to come into this 45, and I'm going to drag them down. I'm not pulling them. When I come in here, and I'm here, I'm not going, that's force. I use as, I move as one unit, okay? When we stop, they're coming out. Give your training partner, you're okay, time to adjust, all right? This is a really quick face plant, all right?
Thank you, Miguel. Your sacrifice will not be forgotten.
You see the blades?
Ah.
Nah. Anna, how are you?
Good.
Good. All right. So as I step back, I catch this. An arm bar. I want to go ahead and roll him. Okay. I'm going to step at this 45, putting my thigh up into his armpit. I'm going to move off at this 45 and taking him with us. When I come down, the rotation is I want to have his elbow up. Ultimately, it won't necessarily matter, okay? But when I come down, now I'm going to slide. Nice version is I just go ahead and take my shin and come up over, and I have my toes up, You often hear toes up is nice. Here, toes down is less nice.
You can tap me, Gil.
I thought my muscles deteriorate on that one.
So, when we come in from here, and I'm here, and I'm here, and I bring it down, I'm just gonna come here. Now, ultimately, I wanna put my knee down first, and I wanna drag that over. All right? I wanna be able to rip as if I were ripping the bones off. I'm gonna let up on that a little bit. This is what I mean by toes up. For training, many times it's toes up. It's nicer, it's more polite. When I'm toes down, I'm sitting back. He's already in pain, okay? I don't need to go far with this. Now I want to come back up, the toes up. I don't need to go far. Watch right now, I'm about an inch off the mat. I'm going to straighten my back, and right there. If I am toes down and I'm sitting back on his shoulder, I'm already there. So you have to be careful. You cannot get excited with this. Now, I come in here, I just settle back and I'm right here, okay? Now what happens if he starts thinking, oh, I've been here before, and I'm going to move my arm? Do I care? No, because you know what? If I were to take this here and crank it, it's worse.
Oh.
Okay? This is one thing. This, I can push down his elbow and it will just rip. If we go the other way and he rolls it this way, he's stronger this way, right? You're always stronger here, okay? He goes, ha, I saved my elbow. Which was a faster tap? How you doing? I guess it on quick. Because when I come down here, now does it matter if I'm here or here? No, because he's moved this in here, it doesn't matter. I just need to raise it. All right, and if I keep this elbow down, anchor it to the mat, and then push up, straighten your back, it doesn't have to go. This is here. But I know they're out here, all right? Now, of course, you know, he's the boxing background, so he's all here nice and close, all right? But what I want to be able to do, in this case, this is the one now is that lead, okay? So it doesn't matter which one I hit, but if I know if I tap this one, that one's going to go, right? Because we kind of know once I hit this one, I'm asking for that one, okay? So I need to be able to move in. When I come in, when I hit here, I'm doing slow motion, I hit here, I'm going to hook. Now watch the leg. So come up here. Okay? This. Alright? So when he comes in, I'm here. That presents his head. Okay? Whether I make contact or not, doesn't matter. We know we go whoop. Now when this foot comes down, this elbow hits. And we know that if I strike with the elbow, I'm going to unfurl, so I'm going to open him up. Okay? This now exposes center line. From here, I'm going to shift. We can do this both left and right side. It depends on how their body moves. When I come through, in this case, I want shoulder plex. I'm going to come back, in this case, jaw, groin. Now, because his head's this way, I'm going to come across, hit, back of the neck, back of the head, 12 ladder 20. I'm going to hit, I'm up. He wants to block it, so I go, okay, kick that knee, kick that shin, come down. All right? So, hands up, come in right here. Part of this will teach you, if I go here, here, where's my frame? He backs away. Where's my frame? Are my shoulders over my hips or are the shoulders extended? Sometimes we'll borrow balance, but right now, I'm kind of spread out a little bit. So, he comes up. I want to move, I'm trying to be careful. I want to move with one unit, okay? Move from your core, all right? That's what we've been talking about. This is a good way to kind of test what you're doing. If you're finding yourself dragging yourself in, and this is a technique, you can do that. I can come and pull him in, but properly, I don't want to trigger him. I want to start behind him. Now, in this case, he moved his head over this way. So then I can drop and I can hit the elbow this way. So when I come up, I want to strike up. I don't care if I get throat, which I love doing, or if I get nose. Okay? So let's just take it right there to that point. So part of this, one. But don't stay here. Don't sit there and go, hello, all right? Because you're going to hit that. Here, turtle hands. When I hit turtle hands, I'm going in towards the crux of the elbow, down by the biceps, and I'm sinking. I want to set him down. He's not going to stay there, all right? If he's here, as if he comes in to me and does that, so if he comes in, catches me here, I'm going to work to get out, okay? I don't want to stay there. If he comes in, this is good for just that one moment in time, but if I feel this, I've got to work to get out quickly. So that's why when we come in, I'm coming in quickly with an elbow, okay? Just take it right there. Questions? Can do?
Can do.
Have fun. Take care of each other. All right? Depending upon where the target shift and change once I hit him, I can switch the left hand to right hand side, as we talked about. So if I come in and I'm here and I head here, but his head goes this way, I don't necessarily want to try and step out and get my elbow. I'm already on this side, so I just get my elbow here. Then I can sink, open this up. This is what I'm looking for. The targets that I want are going to be solar plex. Now, when I'm hitting the solar plex, our very first fist is, all right, it doesn't necessarily turn all the way over. It's designed to hit right across, and the solar plex right across from the ribs. So this comes in. This next one, I'm going to come across. Now, I like still corkscrew punches, some here. You can just come in with a hook. That's going to hit him. I don't want to knock him into next week, all right? This next one comes down, groin shot. That's going to put his head right here, all right? But for right now, let's just work on here, here, open him up. So this gives me the center line here, solar plex, jaw, groin, okay? We'll work on that. All right? This is one of the times you're going to see a lot of fists. Those of us who grew up in our arts, favoring elbows and palms more, you can do the same thing. I just want to let you get the feel of what this was, okay? All right? However, 1, 2, 3, open up, palm, all right? Palm, palm, same target, solar plex. I can also hit heart and sternum, but I'm going to here. This is almost using a rigid hand. The palm up. I want to attack right along the jaw line that's here. I'm going to come right up underneath. This groin shot is there. Know that it's there. All right. You may not always get it. All right. But however, you're energetically and actually anatomically between the navel and the top of your pelvic bone. Of course, you have the intestines and everything's there. You also have all the conception vessel that runs up, but your bladder sits behind there as well. And when I want to hit, here, that's the reaction I get. I don't need to go all the way into the groin. Nothing wrong with it, okay? But when you're moving that quickly and he starts to move it out because he just tried to tag his groin once, we tend to be a little sensitive about those things. So, I'm going to be able to, now I'm going to start to guard, okay? So I don't necessarily need that. This rolling punch here. Now remember, we tell you to punch, when you first start, you don't bend your wrist, all right? Because every white belt ends up betting the wrist. And what do we tell you? When we first tell you don't do that, and then in about a year, we're gonna tell you how to do that, okay? This is one of those times. So, when I punch in, I am driving down and I'm rolling. This rolling sends that energy down. It's a little bit more of an energetic punch. But I'm trying to get what I want is this, okay? I want to inflict pain. I've been hit here by surprise, and it taught me to work on that region of my body to make sure that if I got hit there again, that I would be a little more prepared, because you almost want to pee your pants. Sorry, now we have this on film. But I didn't, but I went, whew, all right. You know, so when you come in, here, up, here, whoa. This is where he puts his head here, okay? When I come through, remember tiger, coil, come down. I'm ridge ending, coming down, and then slap. I'm going to bring my knee in. If he blocks it, good for him. If he doesn't, just a better day for me. Here. But when he does, then I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to kick that knee. Okay? So I'm going to go. All right? When I kick this knee, from here, we're going to be nice with the knees. Just boom. This now leads this. If I don't want to be nice, I'm going to kick, and I'm going to trace down, and I'm going to break the ankle as I step through. This is, I just kicked this, I'm going to hook here, and I'm going to move my body in. If I go, does that look like I'm in frame?
No.
If I go, I'm in frame and he moves. Okay? So when you come through, even if you find yourself reaching in here, the 70s with a dude on there, we're not there. Okay? I want to come in and move all with one unit, settle my frame in. Okay? Can do?
Can do.
Questions with that?
Can we see it one more time?
Yes. So, comes in, here, up. I'm going to use palms. Palm, palm, rolling punch, hit, knee to the face, kick. He'll knock that out because that hurts. I can kick this if I want. I just come in. I'm going to hook, as we talked about hooking ankles. Come in nice and deep. Sink your weight into that ankle lock. He will go down. Okay? All right? Okay. Y'all have fun with that, and then we're going to pull out some blades.